Do we have? We have Gashan. We have. Oh, we've got somebody who is also going to be right here on the show this afternoon, and that is Alim. You're going to see him live on Praise Talk this afternoon. So stay tuned. And I think we have somebody called Praise Asimota.
Who would that be?
I'm not very sure, but she's also going to be there, and she would be emceeing for the program. We have a lot more. Listen, Facebook is a platform where we all get connected. I have seen the benefit of social networking. So go on Facebook and check out for Melqosh. Sign up as a friend, or subscribe to the group, and then you will see all the information. You can get updates on what's coming up, what they're doing, and get connected with other friends of Melqosh. But the 4th of June is a day that you have to make out for this event. It's quite interesting. I noticed that when we want to raise funds, we have to put programs like this, because it's like people need to be entertained before they see the reason to give. Well, if you're one of those, we have got the entertainment for you. Come on the 4th of June, and you will not just be paying at the door, you'd actually been sowing into a life that has been affected by the war. But we're celebrating 10 years of peace in Sierra Leone, and I'm very proud.
It's a remarkable achievement, isn't
yes, it is.
After all those years.
And after all those years, one of the main people that was, the reason for all of this has been convicted. Now, it's a bit of a grey area there, because nobody knows what's exactly going to be happening to him. But we as a nation, we can be happy that judgment has been ruled over this individual. You know who I'm talking about, but I'm not going to mention names for some obvious reasons.
Well, but at the end of the day, it's not all doom and gloom, isn't it?
No.
In less than a month ago, Africa had its second female head of state. So, big strides are being made. Big strides are being made, but we need your support to make even bigger strides. So you just need to make sure that you show yourselves at that event. And just when you come in, just come and say hi as well. But you know what? I actually feel quite generous today. I do feel generous today.
Oh yeah, we're going to give something out?
We will give something out. We're giving out some CDs. It's actually from Makoma. They're packs of CDs and DVDs, all in one. We'll be giving them away. So don't go anywhere, because you know what you do normally. We'll tell you when to text us.
Pastor Faith, it's been a pleasure having you on Praise Talk.
Thank you.
Okay, so please connect with her on Facebook, and they have a website. Search in Google for Melqosh, and you'll see what they're doing and the amount of work that she's put into this. And if you want to just say, I can't make it, but I want to support the work that you're doing, please contact her, and I'm sure she'll be happy to speak to you as well.
Or even if you contact us here at...
Yes, we'll connect you. Definitely connect you to her.
We will definitely connect you.
Okay, and stay tuned. Don't forget, we're coming up with Alim, but before that, we're going to show you a pictorial of what happened on the 28th of April at the We Men in Worship conference.
We Men, W-E.
Stay tuned and watch this.
We Men. Don't get confused. It's not women. It's We Men conference.
Indeed.
Melqosh Mission invites you to a celebration of peace concert honouring the 10th anniversary of peace in Sierra Leone. For everything, there is a season and a time for every purpose under the heavens. A time of war and a time of peace. Come and enjoy an evening of electrifying rhapsody, salted with music, storytelling, drama and poetry, peppered with culture, heritage and a hope to help the marginalised. With gems of Sierra Leone and friends of Sierra Leone, under one roof, one stage, one mic. A family day out for all. Featuring Alim Kamara, John Blah, Rebecca Arthur, Usifu Hallo, Michael Pounds, Collins Pratt, Gershon Ward, Naves Angel, Kobiko, Lady Mato, Danny and the UK female artists,
Praise Azimoda,
and Sounds of Tehila. Date, Bank Holiday Monday, 4th of June 2012. Time, doors open at 4 p.m, show starts at 5 p.m. till 10 p.m. Venue, De Place, 18 to 19 Crimscott Street, London, SE1 5TE. Tickets, children £5, standard £15, Premier £30 and Patron £50. All proceeds go to establish an academy for post-war afflicted amputees, physically challenged girls and women in Sierra Leone. Come and let's make history.
Pleroma Magazine, your #1 Christian magazine featuring inspirational articles from the pulpit, finance and planning, music review, events and interviews from the Christian community. Reach your target audience by advertising your product or services. Call us to advertise or subscribe on 0203-538-3856 or visit www.pleromamagazine.com. You can follow us on www.facebook.com/Pleroma Magazine, twitter.com/Pleroma Magazine. Pleroma Magazine. Enjoy fullness of life. Pleroma Magazine, your #1 Christian magazine featuring inspirational articles from the pulpit, finance and planning, music review, events and interviews from the Christian community. Reach your target audience by advertising your product or services. Call us to advertise or subscribe on 0203-538-3856 or visit www.pleromamagazine.com. You can follow us on www.facebook.com/Pleroma Magazine, twitter.com/Pleroma Magazine. Pleroma Magazine. Enjoy fullness of life.
Melqosh Mission invites you to a Celebration of Peace concert honoring the 10th anniversary of peace in Sierra Leone. For everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under the heavens. A time of war and a time of peace. Come and enjoy an evening of electrifying rhapsody, salted with music, storytelling, drama and poetry. Peppered with culture, heritage and a hope to help the marginalized. With gems of Sierra Leone and friends of Sierra Leone, under one roof, one stage, one mic. A family day out for all. Featuring Alim Kamara, John Blah, Rebecca Arthur, Usifu Hallo, Michael Pounds, Collins Pratt, Gershon Ward, Naves Angel, Kobiko, Lady Mato, Danny and the UK female artists,
Praise Azimoda,
and Sounds of Tehillah. Date, Bank Holiday Monday, 4th of June 2012. Time, doors open at 4 p.m, show starts at 5 p.m. till 10 p.m. Venue, De Place, 18 to 19 Crimscott Street, London, SE1 5TE. Tickets, children £5, standard £15, Premier £30 and Patron £50. All proceeds go to establish an academy for post-war afflicted amputees, physically challenged girls and women in Sierra Leone. Come and let's make history.
Exclusive event hire services, adding class to your events. We offer a one-stop service to all our clients. Our team is formed of the best of the event industry. It would be our pleasure to put our extensive experience and expertise to work for you. We manage and plan weddings, birthdays, christenings, anniversaries, celebration, parties, team building events, and many more. Today for a quotation on 0207 064 9929 or 07540 254 342 or 07956 821 246. Or visit us on our website at www.eehireservices.co.uk. Exclusive event hire services, adding class to your events. We offer
Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. You're watching Praise Talk Show. We're here every Saturday afternoon from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock.
Indeed.
And I hope you've enjoyed the show so far. We had a chat with Faith
Okrafo-Smart.
Okrafo-Smart. All right. Who's actually the founder of the Melqosh Foundation, and they're holding an event right here in London. If you're here in London, we encourage you to attend this event. Starts at 5 p.m. on June the 4th and is at the place 18 to 19 Crimscott Street. Well, how did I remember all of that? And listen, it's going to be an amazing time. I think Pastor Praise was going through some of the artists who will be featuring on the day.
You've seen it on the advert. We have people like John Blah. We've got D Champ, Collins Pratt, who we've got Yusufu, we've got Rebecca, we have Gashin, we have Michael Pounds, we have Lady Matto, we have
Kobiko.
Kobiko. We've got the UK female artist.
That's the Odiri.
Yes.
Sounds of Tehila.
And
Danny.
Alim, well, Alim is going to be right here with us on Praise Talk. And I was going to keep that for last. But yay, we've got Alim right here with us on set. And he's going to talk a little bit more about what he does. But before we do that, I just need to introduce him to you. He is a storyteller, a rapper, a poet, and he's an award-winning artist. And he's made impact with what he's done. And we've got him right here on Praise Talk.
You know what? Can I just say something, right?
Go ahead.
Before we introduce Alim, right? I'm a bit disappointed today because the reason why I say I'm disappointed is every time I've seen Alim, he's got this big stick, and today he came here without a big stick. So when we start talking to him, I will ask him why he hasn't got his stick with him today.
Okay,
you know?
So let me just read this. When he's not rocking the microphone on stage, he spends his time in school motivating and inspiring young people, having been described as inspiration, relevant and heartfelt with stage presence. Alim Kamara has accelerated audience all over the world, from London to Sierra Leone, USA, Canada, and Holland. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together and welcome Alim Kamara. Alim, you're welcome to Praise Talk.
Welcome.
Hey. Indeed. Tell us a bit more about yourself.
I am a rapper, storyteller, poet.
You're going to rap first before we finish?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, why not? Yeah.
Do some lyrics. Love writing from when I was young, and used to sit in the back of the classroom writing lyrics.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes instead of doing my work.
Didn't listen to the teacher?
And actually, when I went to university, I actually tried to study computing and mathematical sciences.
And it didn't work?
It did not work.
Didn't go in?
Because the reason why I was doing it, because I thought that's what everybody wanted me to do.
Oh,
So everybody
bless.
would be proud. Hey, Alim is studying computing now. But no.
So what did you end up?
I ended up doing creative and media writing, and actually graduated with a first-class honours.
Wow.
So something that I was passionate about.
And that was you?
Yeah.
Were you born here?
I was. Yes.
You were born here. And have you spent any time in Sierra
I
Leone?
have. When I was about 2 years old. So
Okay.
About 8.
Okay. Till we, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Let's have a close up on Alim Kamara. Have a look at the man, right? We're going to give you a close up. Now, if you're somebody who's been frequenting the YouTube, this man was he was a star on YouTube. Now, if you check out his YouTube clip, there was a YouTube clip with a very young boy doing some rap, and there was a gentleman with him, kind of encouraging him, and this clip went viral. It was all over the world, even on Helen's show.
That's right.
That was on there. We're going to talk to him about that. But this is the man who was responsible for that clip on YouTube, and he's right here on the show. But listen, it's good to have you here on the show as well.
Thank you for having me.
Now, let's ask you this. What attracted you to become part of this event that's taking place on June the 4th? Because being a rapper or a poet, you know, what kind of links do you have? I know your roots are from Sierra Leone anyway, but what attracted you to become part of this?
As an artist, many times we tend to talk about the issues in society. What makes you a stronger artist, I personally believe, is when you become part of the solution rather than just talking about it.
Right.
So, you know, in my rapping and my poetry, I tend to talk a lot about some of the things that are happening in society that I may not be happy with. So it's a case of, instead of talking about it, become a part of the solution.
Right.
You know.
And giving your own contribution towards it.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you've actually looked at that has inspired you to write on the issues of Sierra Leone?
Actually going there and speaking to people, losing family members to the war as well. When you're getting news and you don't know what's happening, where you haven't spoken to maybe a particular family member for a while, all you can do is think about, are they okay? And then when you finally go over there, and like you were saying earlier, and seeing the aftermath of people, but then at the same time admiring their strength. Because when you look at some people and you think, wow, you've gone through a situation where
and they
you've
look
seen
so
people
satisfied.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and it teaches you a lesson, it humbles you. You know, when you're here and sometimes we're complaining, oh, my phone bill, and shut up. Yeah, it's just like you've got it good.
That's nothing, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got it good, so.
Oh my God, you actually just said how you thought about it.
Saying that, oftentimes we don't what we call counting our blessings. We don't do that
Yeah.
enough, do we? I mean, I was talking to a radio presenter friend of mine the other day, and on his show, he was actually talking about the fact that people should recount their blessings. And as a joke, he said, well, I'm counting my blessings, I'm just being thankful for my new pair of trainers. I mean, hang on a second, hang on. Right, okay, hang on. And he said that as a joke. But then, in the middle of the program, he said, hang on, I've said that as a joke, but this is real serious. I have every reason to be thankful for the pair of trainers that I have. Because there are some people who have to literally trust God to even be able to feed themselves for the day. So even though it was something that he said as a joke to start off with, he just realized that what he said was deeper than what he's actually, as an artist. And for somebody who originally was born in this country but with roots from Sierra Leone, are there times when you sit back and you think, I think I'm blessed and I don't even realize it?
I think it's waking up in the morning, because it asks people, sometimes I do when I'm doing seminars or when I'm hosting events, and you say to people, if you believe happiness is out there, make some noise. And people will actually, hey, and you're like, no, happiness comes from within.
Right.
So believing and beginning to understand that makes you have a greater understanding and appreciation, of who you are as an individual.
Now, one of the things that intrigues me, I know you obviously as a writer and as a rapper, you have to use a lot of words and a lot of, putting together of lyrics. Now, yes, the situation then inspires you to write. How do you then put all of this together to tell a story about what you have experienced or what you have heard, or to pass on the message to the people?
Certain time, my mum had to get used to it at some point.
Okay.
Because I was standing in the house and it's like I'll be talking to myself.
Okay.
So I do this thing where before I'm writing, I say words out loud. Right. And it's almost like there's a revelation of what's being delivered. And then some of it, it's filtered and dismissed, and some of it, it's actually used, written down. And then going through the editing process, I just practicing, to the point where maybe you go and give the piece to the people from the reaction or from your performance. You're able to say, okay, I want to shape that better and deliver it another way.
So tell us, what message do you have to pass on to, well, we've covered the Sierra Leoneans, we've also covered Africans, but to humanity regarding the situation that's happened in Sierra Leone. Have you done a rap?
I've got a story, actually.
You've got a story. Do you want to tell that story?
I want to tell this story.
Please go ahead and do that.
Which camera should I look at?
Just that one. Yeah, camera 2.
A boy was watching his grandmother write a letter. At one point, he asked her, are you writing a story about what we've done? Is it a story about me? His grandmother stopped writing her letter and said to her grandson, I am writing about you actually, but more important than the words is the pencil that I'm using. Let me see if I have one here. Let me see. The boy looked at the pencil, but it's just like any other pencil that I've ever seen. Well, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. You see, this pencil has 5 qualities, and if you manage to hang on them, well, they will make you a person who is always at peace with this world. First quality, you are capable of great things, but you must never forget that there is a hand guiding your step. We call that hand God. And if you let him, he will always guide you in alignment with his will. Second quality, now and then, I have to stop writing and use a sharpener. Now this will make the pencil suffer a little, but afterwards, he's much sharper. So you two are going to have to learn to bear with certain pains and sorrows. But just know that in the end, it will make you a better person. Third quality. The pencil always allows us to be able to use an eraser to rub out any mistakes. This means correcting something we've done, making amends, apologizing, should not be seen as a bad thing. In fact, it helps to keep us on the road to justice. Have you ever noticed that the eraser doesn't rub the mistake in, it rubs it out? Stop reminding people of the mistakes that they've made. Fourth quality. What really matters in a pencil, regardless of its design or color, is not the wooden exterior, but the graphite on the inside. Finally, the pencil's fifth quality. It always leaves a mark. In just the same way you should know that in everything you do in life, you will leave a mark. Try to be conscious of that. That's the pencil.
We should just finish.
I mean, you know something.
Oh my
Can I just
God,
say something, right?
that was.
I've seen him perform to some of his tracks, and we'll talk about his album in a minute. He's actually got an album, awesome album, right? He's featured on some artists' albums as well. We've actually played some of his videos here in the past. If nothing at all, you need to go to this event just to see Alim Kamara.
That's right.
You know, I think this is
Pass the word around as well.
People pay a lot of money for spoken word like this, and this is absolutely awesome. Listen, tell us about your music as well, because we've been talking about your poetry and all that stuff as well.
It's amazing because that's where I actually started in music. And what I wanted to hear on the music circuit, I wasn't hearing, so I would hear it on the poetry circuit. Okay. Now, if I'm in the poetry circuit and it's an open mic, there's an opportunity to get up on the mic. Yeah. So then I would go up on the mic and deliver my rap lyrics as an a cappella.
Okay.
So then people started saying poets, and I was like, no, I'm a rapper. So eventually that was a tag that, that ended up sticking, and I thought, well, okay, cool. At the end of the day, a poet is a rapper.
The message is going out.
Yes, that's the beautiful.
So, do you want to do the rapping thing with the fingers and the hoop?
Oh, no.
Do you do you do the gentleman?
Yes.
You do the gentleman thing. Very.
We keep it suave.
When I've seen you on stage, you actually have this staff.
My staff.
Your staff. What's that? What does that signify?
My storytelling staff. It signifies, you see in the Ten Commandments, when Moses is going through the desert, and the staff is something that is symbolic to helping him on his journey. And so I wanted to have a symbol when I'm storytelling that connects with people's DNA. Because they know the image, but they might not remember where they know it from, but it's in them, it's historic. So I was like, I want to look like the ancestors when I'm delivering my word, just to add that more zeal and frame.
So, you know what, it's quite symbolic that you should talk about the fact that, relate that to Moses and all that we know in the Bible. But in my tradition, where I come from, there's, in every royal household, there's somebody called a linguist. What they do is they actually interpret what the king wants to say, and the king never speaks directly to the subjects. The king speaks through the linguist, and they always have a staff. And that is actually a symbol of authority that the king has actually delegated you to speak to the people. And it's quite powerful.
And you're holding that.
There you go.
You just told me something. You just
check the post, mate.
And now I'm gonna.
Now you got to be holding that.
Because it's royalty in the Ashanti kingdom. That's what the linguist always carries a staff like that. And boom, when they put it down, his authority is settled.
And now my king is speaking to me, and I'm...
There you go.
You've got a message.
That, did you?
You're representing, you're an oracle of the Lord.
I have to thank you for that teaching.
Yes.
Thank you.
We've all learned something new. Yeah. And Alim is going to be at the Peace concert on the 4th of June. I have just been moved. I mean, I'm lost for words with what he's just done. I'm sure he had that pencil planned with that,
Yeah,
but
of course,
you know what? But God just did it, because we didn't even plan that he was going to do this. I just asked him to do it, and as every talented person, you should always be prepared. And the message has come forth that we should be. Just remember those 5 points about the pencil. We should always leave a mark. And we want to leave a mark in the lives of these people that have been deprived by a cause that is no fault of theirs, but for whatever reason they have been affected. And we want to be able to leave a mark in their lives, that there can be healing, there can be restoration, there can be wholeness, restored back to them as human beings. So please make it a date on the 4th of June. And I remember I said, if you can't make it, because we have viewers that are in Europe that watch Praise Talk, that watch Faith TV. If you can't, for whatever reason, make it, contact Faith Okrafo-Smart. Go on the internet, connect with her on Facebook. She will be able to let you know how you can support this work, because we are all behind her, and we know God will bless what she's doing to expand it. And please, if you're an African out there, connect with us. We are brothers and sisters of the same continent, and we want to see one another being helped.
You know
Can I
what?
keep going on?
You can keep going on. But you saw me making some funny signs over there, right? Okay. This is where my generous bit comes in. I don't know why it's funny signs. It wasn't actually meant for your eyes, but there you go. Listen, at this time, if you're watching us, we would like to give you, we would like to just, be as generous as we can every week here. We would like you to text the event that's coming on, okay? The date that this event is actually taking place. We talked about this Melqosh event, which is taking place. It's an event called Sierra Leone's 10th anniversary of peace. And we did tell you that this event is taking place in June. I'm not telling you the date, all right?
So text the date.
Text the date.
And the event.
Text the date and the event.
And you'll get a CD.
And we will send you, it's actually a combination of a CD
and a DVD.
And a DVD by Makoma. We've actually watched the video. So text it now to the number which is on there, which is 0789-408-6239. Text your name and the date, and we will get back to you. And I hope those of you who've texted over the weeks, you've received your CDs and DVDs.
Thank you so much for staying in tune with us. We love you and we appreciate you. Please send us your feedback, send us your emails. And sorry we haven't been able to bring the pictures to you for the women in worship conference.
We'll do that next week.
But connect with me on Facebook. You would see them there. They're on YouTube. So go on YouTube and just search for it. Search for Praise Talk Show. You would find it there. And I know that you'll be blessed by that. Until next week.
See you next week, and we'll make sure we get you back here again, because I so much enjoyed that. So
Indeed.
take care. God bless.
Thank you so much for being on Praise Talk. Ciao.